Hey guys, George from SoundTraxx here with some exciting news. At the NMRA show at the beginning of August, we announced the addition of the various versions of the turbine that will be added to our Baldwin and Others decoder. Now we have a new other to add into our Baldwin and Others decoder. This is going to be the GenSet. Many of you have been looking for this model to be added into our product line with the Tsunami2. Now, our GenSet will include sounds for 3 independent QSK 19C Cummins prime movers that will turn on in sequence as the locomotive needs power to pull those cars in and out of the switching yard to build your trains. Now, one of the things we built with our GenSet decoder is each of these sound channels for the QSK prime movers are independently controlled, and you also have independent volume control for each one. So that means you can model a single, a double, or a triple unit, as we see here in this Atlas model, so that you can more accurately model the proper GenSet that you have on your layout. Let's take a closer look. All right, let's fire this GenSet up and listen to it. First thing you'll notice is the new alarm bell as it comes on is going to be unique to the GenSet prime mover. And you're going to hear that first GenSet QSK 19C engine fire up. Just one of the 3 will start off. Now, other sounds you're going to hear in the background is the correct blower motor sounds, which is a pressurized cabin to help keep foreign particles out of the system to keep the cooling running more efficient. Also, we have a new electronic air dryer sound, which will be prototypical for this model as well. So you're going to hear that in the background. Right on cue. And the next thing you're going to hear is we actually have a new prime mover tuning CV, which is CV223. And what this does is this will adjust the pitch and timbre of the prime mover. So you can have multiple locomotives with the same sound, but they all sound just a little bit different. Use that in conjunction with our equalizer and our reverb, and you can really get some nice characteristics for each of the individual models. So to change this really quickly, and we're going to exaggerate it so you can see the effect, we're going to set CV223 to a value of 0. And you can hear that pitch just shift just enough, and you can hear that it still has that characteristic, but you're hearing a different tone. So now we're going to talk a little bit about our DDE, or Dynamic Digital Exhaust. Now we moved the model up to a set of rollers so you can really appreciate the DDE effects, or the Dynamic Digital Exhaust. Now, much like the prototype, our Dynamic Digital Exhaust regulates the operation of the 3 independent prime movers based on the throttle and the load demands of the locomotive. We've built in a virtual throttle stand that accurately represents the operation of these modern locomotives, more so than anything else on the market. So let's take a listen really quickly. So we're going to move him forward a little bit. It's about speed step 10. So you hear the second one kick on as our locomotive gets to go. Now, putting a little bit of pressure under the wheel that is not on a roller, you're going to hear the third one kick on, and you're going to hear the prime mover sounds intensify as well. And now we're going to go ahead and release. You're going to hear that prime mover intensity back off a little bit, and then we're going to bring it to a stop. And now each one of these prime movers have a delayed shutdown when the extra prime movers are no longer necessary. And this is done following the NRE emission model for the optimal fuel efficiency. It also allows the prime movers a little bit of time to cool before they shut down completely. So listen closely. So the best thing about this with our Dynamic Digital Exhaust is, again, we're running our locomotive, we're not running our throttle. And so if we do decide we want to notch up manually, we can simply push the F5 button, and you're going to hear that prime mover go up. And you're going to hear the different prime movers kick on without ever touching the throttle. And we'll go back down. And then we'll shut it down. Now let's take this model for a quick little test spin. Now on this decoder, we've set up the appropriate K3HA air horn and the electronic bell. Now one of the things we've set up is the bell will automatically play as soon as the horn button is pressed, so you'll be able to hear that. Also, we have front and rear independently controlled ditch lights that are non-flashing. However, if you want to set up independent flashing ditch lights on the front and rear, there are 2 additional lighting functions on the decoder that allows you to do that. One last thing I wanted to point out is we do have this model with these 2 white air conditioning units on top. This is a Fireman Ed feature for the Tsunami2 that you can actually set up the air conditioner sound to run in the background, and you can adjust the probability. So if you're modeling in Phoenix in the summer, you can have those AC units keeping those enginemen really cool. So let's take it for a quick test spin. These will be shipping in September on all Baldwin and Others decoders, and they will be noted with a bright yellow sticker on the bottom of the baggage header that will identify them, so you can make sure you're getting the proper one with the GenSet and with the UP gas turbines. Now the TSU PNP is going to be a perfect decoder to be installed into the new Atlas GenSets that they've announced for the 4th quarter in 2017, or any of your previous Atlas GenSet models. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for updates. Check out our website and follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll keep you updated on any new information.